Hi guys, today's video is going to be a tutorial on how to do this kind of sick yellow zombie. It was actually kind of inspired by a picture. It's not a recreation of the picture, it's just basically inspired, and I found this picture a long time ago, and I think it's actually like a digital art kind of thing. Just another thing that you can get inspiration from wherever you want, basically. But basically the girl had yellow skin and kind of had blood splatter around the mouth, and she looked really shiny. So that's exactly what I did, and I kind of came up with this. Yeah, I really like it. Also, there's a tutorial on how to do the bullet wound as well. That's a separate part, so I'll include a link to that. The contacts, of course, are from youknowit.com. Yeah, so I do hope you enjoy this. This is kind of my, if I made the makeup for a zombie movie, this is what my people would look like. So I do hope you enjoy it, and here's the tutorial. Whenever people kind of are like pre-zombie stage in zombie movies, where like they're yellow and they're sweaty, and it's kind of like your body's, I don't know, getting sick or something. You guys know what I mean, kind of? No? Okay. But yeah, so I went ahead and mixed some colors. I'm mostly just going to be using this yellow color, and I'm going to go ahead and put that all over my face. So that's the first step. Okay, so then once your face is covered with the yellow color, that's what it looks like. Now, obviously, and I'm going to say this for most of my tutorials, I'm only going to do my face. I'm not going to be doing my ears just because I don't want to have to get yellow out of my ear in half an hour, you know. But if you were doing your whole body, obviously do your neck and your ears and your hands and all that stuff. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to work kind of on the eyes, and I am actually using a cream product because I want this to be very creamy and I want this to crease. Anytime you use a cream product, it is going to crease, and I want that effect, so that's why I'm going to do it. So I went ahead and mixed kind of, you can see kind of like blood red and stuff. So I'm going to take a little bit of this kind of blood red color, and I'm actually using kind of a fluffier brush like this, and I'm going to work this kind of into my eye area, and I'm going to just take my finger and just kind of blend it. I don't want this to be super perfect. That's one thing about this cream makeup, is that it blends really easily, so that's really cool. That's a little bit too red for me, so I'm going to take a little bit more brown. I want it to be actually a little bit more brown than that. And the way that I'm doing this is I'm just going to kind of blend it so that it's kind of, I call it like messy, messy chic, where it's not perfect, but that's okay because you're a zombie, and since when are zombies totally perfect anyway? So I'm just kind of messing around with reds and browns. That's a lot of the times with like zombie tutorials and stuff like that. It's really hard to explain what you're doing as much as it is like, look at what I'm doing, you know? So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that same thing on the other eye. So then once that color is on the eyes and it's kind of like messy chic, if you will, it's kind of how I used to describe it. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of the face. So I'm just going to take a little bit of like reddish brown again. I think this color kind of works well with the green. You can see for the bruise that I did kind of like a purple originally, and I kind of just went over a little bit with the reddish brown because I kind of like the way that that looks better. It just seems like you would bruise more red. I don't know, I'm making my own zombie. If I had this zombie movie, I don't know what it would be, but it's basically like a biomedical warfare, I don't know. and these people would all get sick and blood would rush to their eyeballs. I think that's how my zombie would work. So I'm just going to make my nose a little reddish. Basically, you want to look sick and semi-dead. Semi-dead, not completely dead. Now for lips, I'm actually going to make kind of a grayish black color. Let me find a brush to do that. So I'm just taking a little bit of black face paint and obviously a little bit of white. I'm making a gray. Just that kind of sickly gray kind of color. And then I'm going to use a little bit of the reddish brown as well. Just kind of blend that. Kind of differing away from the picture a little bit, but whatever. It's inspired by, not exactly creation. Okay, so I think that looks kind of cool. Yeah. So then for the rest of the look, I'm actually just going to, just going to line my waterline with black. Kind of smudge that into the red as well. So I'm just going to take a brush and just kind of smudge that down. And the more kind of smudged and stuff it looks, the better. Now for the topping for this, oh, my teeth look really white. I'm going to use Vaseline. Now, I know I used Vaseline for a tutorial a long time ago. It was for black glossy eyes, and people reacted like I put anthrax on my eyeball. Just Vaseline, people. It's okay. You're not going to die. So, unless you have like a weird Vaseline allergic disorder or something. I don't know. So I'm just going to take a little bit of Vaseline on a brush. And I'm going to put this on my eyeball, kind of all over my face basically, because I want to look really shiny and really kind of sickly colored and unhealthy. So as if the cream makeup's not glossy enough, I want to look really glossy. Even put a little bit around the wound as well. But as a brow kind of highlight is a good spot. Anywhere that you would have highlight, put a shit ton of Vaseline basically. On your nose. And on the lip too. And yeah, so that's my very sick zombie. Now, final touches. In the picture, the girl had kind of like a blood splatter. I don't know how well this is going to work because this blood that I have is really, really thick. But I'm going to try to put a little bit on a toothbrush and splatter it. we'll see how well this works, if at all. If anything, I might end up with blood in my eyeballs, so that should be fun. Okay, so what I did was I mixed a little bit of fake blood with a little bit of water, and it kind of thins it down a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of take this and splatter it if I can. I did this before, now I can't do it. Why won't you work? Oh god, I'm getting blood all over the place. Oh god, it's in my mouth. Can I eat this stuff? Ugh, I don't know. Okay, well, make sure your mouth is shut when you do this. This is such a fail tutorial. Oh man. So as you can see, this is kind of how that worked out. I did thin down the blood. It didn't really work. I tried to use a toothbrush. That's what my mom suggested, and it didn't work. But yeah, so I just kind of did that and smeared it a little bit. You can make it a little bit more lifelike if not, if you prefer, I guess. And yeah, so that's my sick kind of, if I had a zombie movie, this is what it would be, makeup look. So I do hope you guys enjoy this, and until my next video, I will talk to all you soon. Bye. My head. Also, just want to add that you can add whatever kind of contacts that you like to kind of assist with the look. These ones are kind of like yellow ones. Yeah, I think it works well with the whole yellow skin. So yeah, just wanted to throw that in there too. So.